Before I dive into this devlog, I just wanted to give a thank you to everyone that watched my first devlog. I wouldn't have ever thought the video would be almost at 10,000 views at the time of editing this. And second of all, I was thinking about changing the format of these devlogs. The gist of what I was thinking was focusing on one area of the game for a week and uploading it. That way, I don't get stuck on one aspect of the game for too long, causing burnout, and I'm able to get these videos out to you guys quicker. Now let's get into combat. For the basis of combat, I will be using Game Creator 2's Melee Pack to speed up this process. So let me just... Now that's a lot of errors. Now with that all sorted out, I'm able to move around and equip a sword to my back through the inventory. Now time for the actual combat. All it really took to begin the combat stance was equip a weapon that changes my state from basic movement to combat. And then after a little bit of input checks and fixes, I am now able to swing my sword, perform combos, and dash. With all that, I was happy with my progress and headed to bed. Today I decided to add an enemy that was able to fight back. To start, I thought of making the enemy face the player. And that worked, kinda. Fast forward a couple of hours, and as I was messing around with the AI, tragedy struck. All I was doing was walking towards the man as he started to chase me relentlessly and began to strike. I had no other option but to run. After all that got sorted out, I was able to fight back, and I also added a camera locking system to help with seeing what you're fighting. It still needs some tweaking, but I was satisfied enough with the work done today. Day 3 is a little change of pace from actual combat, and that's because I thought of adding some UI. I wanted to add an indicator for the player's health as well as the dash cooldown for now. So I opened Photoshop and created a rough mock-up of what the UI will be for now. Here's what the finished draft looks like, and now we will go back into Unity to update the UI there. With all that done for now, I added a reaction to the enemy getting hit by the player. At this point I realized that the enemy wasn't able to hit me as I had already set up logic to decrement my health when attacked. After trying to get that fixed for a while with no luck, I decided to go ahead and add a death animation to the enemy, which is where I noticed another issue. The camera still locks onto the dead enemy for some odd reason, even after removing the enemy from the player's target list. I had ended up going to bed with these two issues still prevalent, which leads me to day 4. This day was spent trying to fix the player's hit registration and the cycle enemy on death. I had little to no progress and also hadn't recorded anything due to that. I finished the day feeling a little bit defeated, but alas, day 5 came. I had woken up with newfound knowledge. The reason why the player was unable to be hit was due to the enemy not being equipped with strikers. So I added the prefab to the arms of the enemies, and boom! I suppose I can show off the loot drops. This is still a work in progress, and I'm not sure if I want the items to be hovering over the ground or just rigid bodies without colliders. If you've made it this far in the video, thank you very much for sticking through, and let me know if you'd prefer to see the items on the floor. I hope you enjoyed, and I can't wait to see you all in the next devlog. See ya!